Hey guys, it's Matt. I'm going to make a little video tonight on how to remove all the adware that's on your computer, adware and junkware. And I know just a few weeks ago I made a video on how adware was everywhere, and I gave you a couple of tips on how to remove it. Tonight I'm going to take it a step further, and we're going to use two different programs. We're going to use Adw Cleaner and Junkware Removal Tool. You can get these programs from one of my favorite sites here, bleepingcomputer.com/download/ I think I went to /Windows. But over here on the left side, if you kind of come down, you can see it'll be most downloaded in Windows. And as you can see right now, first time I've ever seen this, Adw Cleaner has taken over Combo Fix in most downloads. So that gives you an idea of how much adware is out there in junkware. So we have a computer here that is completely infested with adware and junkware. Just tons and tons and tons of adware and junkware. The PC is barely usable. If you try to get on the internet, you can see I have to click out of so many things here. I just rebooted this PC, so this is what it looks like when it comes up. Yeah, black screen every once in a while. Things are getting installed, just, out of the blue. Anyway, so if I try to open up Internet Explorer, and you can see it has this little guy, this little friendly guy up here that drives you crazy every second. He's on every single window. I've seen that before. Get 24/7 help, which is just a scam in my opinion. Yeah, thanks. And then the browser barely loads, and it's just super slow. You get the idea. Anyway, let's go ahead and download some of these removal tools that actually do a great job at cleaning up this kind of infection. I will call it an infection because that's what it is. It's an infection of adware and junkware. So we'll go ahead and say download now. And I'm just downloading this with Firefox. I'll go ahead and save. And I'll download the junkware removal tool. And that should get saved as well. And I'm going to go ahead and copy those over to my other computer. Alright, so I copied them over to my computer that's infected. And I also should mention, in the last video, maybe a couple videos ago, when I was talking about the adware, I tell you how the adware gets on your computer, because it's always a question with my clients and with people I deal with on the internet. So it's a pretty detailed explanation in that video. I think the video is called Adware is Everywhere or something like that. The first program we're going to use is one that I just started using today. It's called Junkware Removal Tool. What you want to do is right-click it. And if you're using this in Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, you want to right-click it and hit Run as Administrator. And I usually run these things twice, depending on what the log says. So sometimes they can't delete things that are in use. Typically, if you try to run it, then reboot, run it again, it'll work. So, yeah, like I said, I see just a ton of PCs every day. Just every day, no matter where I am, if I'm at work or if I'm out taking care of clients, they're infected with some amount of adware. It's just crazy. And I think you're going to see you're going to see some kind of commercial solution out there, something that actually is charging or making money off, cleaning this kind of stuff up. But right now, I really don't see many security packages out there, commercial packages that actually detect and remove this stuff. It's kind of a gray area. It's because you kind of agreed to install it, and I don't know. It's just it's kind of a mess right now. But I'm happy. Listen, I like to work. I'm not really complaining, but I do feel sorry for all the people that can't get my help. So anyway, Junkware removal tool is going to back up our registry right now. It's using an old program I used to use called erunt. Always a good idea to back up that registry before you do anything. erunt will do it for you. You can also create a snapshot before you do anything on your computer, and I think I need to make a video on that because a couple people asked me that question. So. Also, while this is scanning, after like 6 years, I finally decided maybe I should put some channel art up for my YouTube channel. Of course, since you're watching this video, you probably already saw it by now. But yeah, I made this last night in my 3D program. I use a program called Maya. It's like a hobby, and little Photoshop stuff. So that's my channel art right now. /mrizos. Pretty simple. Anyway, so yeah, no, I didn't sell the channel or something. Somebody asked me that. No, it's still me. So I just decided to put some art up there. So the Junkware removal tool right away will ask you if you want to reboot because it says maybe there's some modules that have been detected. You of course should say yes. And it's going to go ahead and reboot the system. Now I'm sure I have an update or a Windows update or something to do, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video while it's doing all this stuff. Be right back. Okay, well, just rebooted the PC, and the Junkware removal tool starts up again. Basically, it's continuing on. So, yeah, some of these programs are still starting. Again, like I said, this Adware Junkware is kind of a gray area, so you never really know what these programs will take out. Let's see, you may get some prompts, so we want to go ahead and allow the registry editor to run. So it's going to go ahead and start checking the registry, processes, services, files, folders. It goes through a lot. And all in all, I think it takes around, this is a pretty infected system, so this takes around 20-30 minutes or less, I guess. And when it's finished, it's going to present us with a log, so we'll take a look at that. Okay, so as you can see here, this log pops up, and it says, gives you a little detailed, I don't know, thing of what it did. So, it's a log. Anyway, it says services, failed to stop this, successfully stopped that. So it's got some, issues. It doesn't, it's failed to delete this registry key. And yeah, it has some issues. It deletes this bunch of registry keys here, and what I have to do with this thing usually is run it twice. So we'll go ahead and close that log, and we have a few less things that started up now. So it's kind of started making a dent in some of this Adware Junkware. We'll go ahead and right-click on it again, and we'll run as administrator. And I believe the second time through it does go by a little bit faster. And let's see, I should say this tool is by this issue. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. Anyway, it's going to go ahead and run through this whole thing again, and we'll take a look. Okay, so it looks a lot better. As you can see here, it says successfully stopped, successfully deleted, stopped, deleted, stopped, deleted. It goes on and on and on. And then we get a lot of successful stuff here, all the way down. We only had a few failed to deletes, so you could delete those manually yourself. So yeah, hell of a lot better there. So we're done with the Junkware removal tool. Awesome little tool. Thank you. And we'll move on to a classic lately for me, and that's Adw Cleaner. We'll go ahead and run as administrator. And it takes a little while to load. And as you can see, this is awesome. There is nothing down here running in the tray anymore, so none of this junkware, adware. We'll go ahead and do a scan. So it's found a few items here already. Pretty fast scanner. I do love it a lot. No matter what box I test this out on, it only takes seconds to analyze the whole PC and basically tell you what's adware, junkware. So we have a few services here. List them all out. We've got some folders that need to be deleted. Gives you the files, registry entries. Goes through your browsers. So what we'll go ahead and do now is hit clean, and it's going to go ahead and delete all that crap, and then it's going to go ahead and give you a little thing that you should read here about how you're actually getting infected. It says you can also install the host's anti-pup adware from Adw Cleaner by clicking tools, then host anti-pup anti-adware. We're going to go ahead and do that next. So what that's going to do is it's going to go ahead and prevent a lot of this stuff from actually getting back on your PC. It gives you a little bit of protection in preventing this stuff. Okay, so PC is rebooted, and we now have an Adw Cleaner Log. And it gives you a nice little list of what it's done. Lots of stuff got deleted again, so good. Alright, down here in the tray, we've got a few things loading. Advanced System Care and Desk PDF Creator. Now these may or may not be junkware or adware, but it's basically things that I don't want loading. So let's go ahead and modify. Well, I was going to say let's go ahead and modify what's loading, but things that I don't want, I'm just going to go ahead and go to the control panel. Simply go to uninstall a program, and now I can get rid of things like that. And you would basically go through this list and just remove things that you don't want. Nothing that complicated. You've probably already done this before. Alright, while that's working, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this. basically there's a few things that I'm going to remove here. So I'm going to remove this accelerate tab, AVG toolbar, this, just a whole bunch of things in here. And once that's done, we'll be right back then. Okay, so I removed those programs in through the control panel, and I'm going to go ahead and clean up the desktop now. So some of these icons I'm not using anymore. They were just crap. Go ahead and empty that. I'm going to go ahead and modify my startup. And I'm using Windows 8. So some of you guys might be, most of you guys are probably using Windows 7. I'll show you how you can actually run that command. So in Windows 8, you're just going to go ahead and click Start. And I already have my run there, but if you didn't have your run icon there, you could come over to here to your right, click search, type in run, type run, or click run, type in msconfig, and when you type in msconfig, you hit OK. It will bring up a little box here in a couple seconds. Under startup, I'm so used to doing msconfig, but you can access this through your task manager in Windows 8. I'm just not used to that at all yet. I'd say like 95% of the PCs I work on are Windows 8, maybe higher. Not Windows 8, I'm sorry, Windows 7. I rarely ever deal with Windows 8. But as you can see right now, I have one startup item, and it's my VMware tools, so I have to leave that enabled. So anyway, that's set. The last thing to do would be to, if you don't have an antivirus installed, well, go ahead and install an antivirus that's got some kind of PUP feature, potentially unwanted program enabled. And that's about it, really. Well, you know, there's one thing. I'm sorry. Reset your browser. So in this case, this box has Internet Explorer. In Internet Explorer, we're going to go ahead and click Tools, Internet Options, Advanced, Reset. And I'm going to go ahead and delete Personal Settings and Reset. And I also forgot to do the host pups thing with the Adware Adw Cleaner. So let me go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and restart this browser. Alright, looks okay. So with Adw Cleaner, if you right click it, go ahead and run it as sorry. What did I just do? Right click it, run it as an administrator. Go up to Tools and click Host Anti-Pup Adware. It gives you a little summary of this program. Host Anti-Pup is a program developed by, well, I don't even know, Molecule Morte. It reduces the risk of installing potentially unwanted programs and adwares by blocking access to some websites. It can be easily uninstalled later. So we'll say OK. And down here in this tray, you'll see Install Hosts Anti-Adware. If you double click that, nothing really happens. It says script paused. So we're going to go ahead and keep that script going. So if you actually need to get to some site, you can actually pause that script. Alright, so that guy's installed. The real way to block this stuff from getting on your computer in the future is to create a non-administrator account. A lot of this stuff, from what I see when I go out, a lot of the kids out there will install anything free they can, and that's what gets all this stuff on your computer. Not too many adults. They're the ones that have the lighter adware infections. So I think that's it. I wasn't planning on doing such a long video, but I hope it helps out you guys. And if you want to see something else with this Adware and Junkware craziness that we're seeing lately, just let me know. I'll answer comments sometime, tomorrow or the next day. I gotta get this thing uploaded. So anyway, I hope to do more videos, shorter videos, just little tips and things like that. So I'm trying to take my channel a little more seriously now. So see you guys tomorrow.